In part 2 of a 3-part series on editing data in Manager, here I look specifically at editing water quality data. You can in fact edit a water quality measurement in the same way as any other sort of measurement, so if you haven't done so already, you need to watch the first video in this series, Editing Measurements and the Grid Control. When editing a water quality measurement, you have the option of seeing all the measurements in the grab sample and can edit everything at once, and it's this option I talk about in this video. To edit an individual measurement, you right-click on the measurement of interest in the tree control and choose Edit from the right mouse menu. To edit all the measurements in the grab sample, right-click on the site in the tree control and choose Edit. You're going to get a grid with the measurement data and all the sample parameters that have values assigned to them. Now, this isn't helpful if you want to add values for a parameter that doesn't currently have any data. Of course, you might not know which parameters do have data, so tick the box of any parameter that you particularly want to see. Okay, you'll notice the date and time columns are frozen, so you scroll through your data without losing track of what you're looking at. Here are the 2 columns I asked for, which wouldn't have otherwise been shown as there's no data in them, as yet. There are already so many columns, it's pretty clear why empty ones are omitted. There's so much, in fact, that you might want to manage what you see. You can resize columns and change the row height too if you're so inclined. Right-click on a column heading and you can hide it. Or from this Choose Columns item, you can put some serious effort into managing your columns. These boxes control the measurement value and all its associated parameters. So deselecting a measurement will deselect all the parameters. You can get rid of individual parameters too by expanding the measurement and deselecting each parameter you don't want to see. When you hover over a cell, you get a tooltip with the cell contents. This is handy for cells like comments. You can edit data directly in the cell, or a nifty trick is to click in the cell and press Shift F2. You get to edit in the dialog box, and sometimes it's just easier to be able to see everything at once. Now, I mentioned this with respect to editing a measurement, but it's worth looking at here, and that's the right mouse menu that lets you cut or copy an entire column. When you go to paste the data, the Paste Special option is handy if you're merging data. There are 3 different combinations here. Firstly, if you keep this clear, unlike a normal paste, it will preserve any data already in the destination column. The second option is to turn it on, and now it will overwrite the destination column. This arrangement is now like a normal paste. The third option is to turn this on too, and now it won't copy any blank cells across. I'm looking at copying from one column to another, but of course you can also paste data copied from another spreadsheet. And yes, this includes multiple columns at a time. Measurements get grouped together on the basis that their timestamps are the same. You can see here there's 2 measurements on this date, and this one looks a little bit odd with not much data. If we have a look, we can see that there's just a turbidity lab result. The scenario here is that this measurement was missing from the lab results, sent through later and entered manually. Just change the timestamp. The data will be on the same row next time you view or edit it.